All right, so here's part two. Here are them talking about the different parts of a letter. So we start with the heading at the top and on the right side of the page, asked LaShawn. Yes, the heading includes your address and the date, answered Leah. LaShawn wrote 52522 Elm Street, Park Ridge, Illinois 60068, May 18th, 2012. Oh, now I see why the heading's important. It lets Tyler know our address so he can write us back, said LaShawn. It looks like the greeting is next. LaShawn started a new line and wrote, Dear Tyler. Don't forget the comma, said Leah. The greeting always ends with a comma. LaShawn added the comma. Now what? Now we write the body of the letter. The body is everything you want to say to Tyler. Miss Dunway walked into the dining room with a tray of carrot sticks with vegetable dip and 2 glasses of milk. You could try an introduction, she added. That's where you tell the other person why you're writing the letter. That makes sense, said LaShawn, starting to write. How about this? LaShawn showed Leah and Miss Dunway the letter. Today, Leah and I were remembering how much fun we had last year when we were all on the same baseball team. We decided to write you a letter to tell you what has been happening since you moved. There they are. You two reminded me that there are some letters that I need to write too, said Miss Dunway. Really? Asked LaShawn. Do you have a friend who moved away? Not exactly, said Miss Dunway. Letters are helpful for many reasons. I need to write a thank you letter to my aunt for a gift she sent me. I'd also like to write the mayor a letter asking the city to put a stop sign on the corner of our block. You can write a letter to the mayor? Wow, said LaShawn. Sure, you can write a letter to just about anyone if you have their address an author, an athlete, even the president. I like writing to authors because they almost always write back, said Leah, but we need to finish our letter to Tyler first. Leah and LaShawn worked together to write about their class field trip to the zoo. They started writing about Leah's birthday party next. Leah picked up the page and read what they had written. I think we need to fix something. We talked about the field trip to the zoo, and then we started talking about my birthday party. Since my birthday is a new subject, we need a new paragraph. LaShawn erased the last sentence he had written and rewrote it in a new paragraph. By the time they had written about Leah's birthday party and LaShawn's new puppy, the carrot sticks were gone. We're almost done now, right? Said LaShawn as he put the period after the last sentence. Almost, replied Leah, but we still need a conclusion. That way it doesn't end suddenly. How about, we really miss you. Please write back soon and tell us about your life in Oregon. Perfect, said LaShawn. Now we need the closing and the signature, right? Right. Okay, but I don't want to sign it love like you did with your grandma. Can we write from instead? We could, said Leah, but another closing might sound better. I use sincerely when I write to an author, but that doesn't sound quite right. What about your friends? Suggested LaShawn. Good idea, said Leah. Remember that the closing and the signature go on the right hand of the paper like the heading. LaShawn wrote the closing. This time he remembered the comma at the end. They both signed the letter. That was fun, said LaShawn as he read over the letter. Dear Tyler, today Leah and I were remembering how much fun we had last year when we were on the same baseball team. We decided to write you a letter to tell you what has been happening since you moved. Last week, our class took a field trip to the zoo. I liked the monkeys the best. Leah liked the giraffes. Have you gone on any field trips with your new class? Leah's birthday party was really fun too. She had a bowling party. I got 2 strikes. The cake was in the shape of a bowling pin and it was chocolate. Yum. I finally got a puppy. We named him Cody. How does Daisy like your new neighborhood? I bet if you still lived here, Cody and Daisy would be good friends. We really miss you. Please write back and tell us all about your life in Oregon. Your friends, LaShawn and Leah. Miss Dunway gave them a stamp for the envelope. Leah carefully wrote Tyler's name and address on the front of the envelope. Then she wrote LaShawn's address on the upper left-hand corner of the envelope. This is called a return address, she told LaShawn. That way, if your letter doesn't get to where it's supposed to go, the post office can send it back to you. He put the stamp in the right-hand corner. Let's mail it now.